And it is Wednesday, April the 20th. It's hanging a little low. Not that kind of a show. Wednesday, April the 20th, 2016. I am post-surgery. I am post-surgery by a week now. And all it is a little Band-Aid at this point. There's still stitches under there, but for the sake of the constitutions of my more gentle viewers, I'm not going to pull the Band-Aid off and show you, even though I would think that was totally wicked cool. Because I'm weird that way. They won't let me watch the surgery either. So anyway, the surgery went really well. I don't know how many of you are following the Facebook and or the Twitter or any of that other stuff that I do. But the surgery went really well. It was quick. The healing process has been a little bit quicker. It's a little different from my right hand, but overall the process has been better. I have full mobility. I'm able to move all of my fingers really well. I was playing piano by Friday. I was actually able to do a whole half-hour session on piano on that Friday. So surgery was Wednesday, piano was Friday. I'm going to try clarinet tomorrow night, see how that goes. I'm doing some flute this afternoon. We'll see how that goes. I imagine the flute will be harder than the clarinet because of the balancing. I'm driving. It doesn't feel good. I'm tired. But all in all, the surgery went really well. The healing process is going as expected. It's actually a little bit quicker. I go in on Monday, get the stitches taken out, and then it's just a matter of dealing with the soreness of the hand for the next many months. I think my right hand, I had surgery, I think in June or July, and I was sore until probably around Christmas, and that's when it finally all wore off. So, next 6 months or so. That's fine. That's great. As you can see, I'm at home. I'm trying to do my videos at home more so that I don't, when I upload these on YouTube, it eats up my internet, and then it's like I can't do anything else on the internet. And when I do these at the shop on Wednesdays, and then Matt comes in, if Matt and I need to look anything up on the internet, we really can't. So I'm trying to do them at home. With that being the case, I may go back to putting my screen up behind me because my room is not exactly, well, let's just say the housekeeping lessons I was given as a child didn't stick. And we'll leave it at that. So today's video, I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about chakras. I haven't talked about chakras in a while. And the reason I was going to bring up chakras is because I am doing a class. Thank you. I am doing a class this Saturday or Sunday in the shop on chakras. So I thought this would be pertinent to talk about that. And while we're talking, I'm going to look a couple of things up in my files because I totally forgot to open them before the video. So, chakras. Chakras are little energy wheels inside of your body in different locations in the body that they kind of drive you. It's like the different energy systems it's like any other energy system. It's like your physical energy systems, okay? So, for example, let's see, where do I have these things? I thought I had these things someplace accessible. Maybe I don't. I can talk freehand. I don't need that. So in our physical body, we deal with a brain, we deal with eyes, we deal with skin, we deal with reproductive organs, we deal with digestive organs, we deal with the heart and lungs, so the respiratory system. So we have all these different systems in our body that make our body go. And if one of those systems goes down, the whole body's in trouble. If our skin has an issue where it's not being as solid and secure as it could be, we are prone to infections. We're open to infections and other things entering our body. If our brain goes, we lose pretty much everything. Heart and lungs, we can sustain them, but if the heart and lungs aren't functioning properly, the body doesn't get oxygen, the body starts to decay. If we can't remove waste through the digestive system, like receive nutrient and lose waste, then we've got a problem. And the reproductive system, While many people think the reproductive system really only just deals with the idea of reproduction, the reproductive system actually helps to keep the body in balance hormonally as well. And if the body's out of balance hormonally, a lot of things can go wrong, as I have learned over the last several years. Everything from physical discomfort in the skin all the way to homicidal mania. So all of these systems are very crucial to the body. They're very important. They're very they're what keeps the body going. Well, when you start working with energy, you're dealing with the less. You can't see it as well. On a scientific level, a lot of people feel that the chakras and the energetic system of the body really can't be measured. And that's fine. If that's where your school of belief works, that's fine. So maybe then working with chakras is more an exercise of mind over matter. And that's okay if that's how you have to use them. But there are 7 major chakras. There are actually millions of chakras. But for most people, starting with those major 7 and working with just those major 7 for the rest of their life, that's plenty. And it really is plenty. So you have 7. You start with the root, and your root your root chakra is at, like when you're sitting, I've heard it referred to as your sit bones. It's where your sit bones are. But in reality, it's that part of your body that's touching the ground when you're sitting or touching the chair when you're sitting. That's your root chakra. That's red. That chakra deals with the foundational issues in your life. This is kind of like your skin. It's the things you have to have, okay? So it deals with, do you have a home? Do you have a job? Do you have food and water and clothing and shelter? Do you have, do you have the things that you need to have? There are rights to each of these chakras, and this chakra is the right to exist, the right to be. So that's your root chakra. Your next one up is orange, and the orange one is known as the sacral chakra. The sacral is in the area like where your womb or your bladder would be. And the orange chakra, the sacral chakra, deals with your right to live the life that you choose. So this is, are your relationships secure? Are your friendships secure? Are you allowed to do the things in your life unhindered that call to you, that sing to you? The next one up, I'm sorry, I have a frog this morning. I'm so sorry for clearing. The next one up is the solar chakra. The solar chakra is yellow, and that's right in your solar plexus, right in your belly. This is the center of, for many people, the center of the chakra system. So if you can imagine the chakras in a figure 8 or an infinity sign, so let me draw that. Draw. Okay. That dot in the middle is where your solar would be. Okay. So that one in the middle is where your solar would be. So when your chakras are running and running well, they follow this pattern. Da-da, da-da, da-da. And they just keep following that figure 8, and they always connect through that solar. So the solar chakra is dealing with being your energy source, being your battery. If the battery's down, the whole works don't function right. So you want to make sure that that's kept up and kept running. And I usually recommend when people have a solar chakra that's down, first and foremost, get some sleep. Make sure that you're getting enough sleep. But feed it properly, lots of vitamin C, lots of orange and yellow foods. Get sunshine. And if all of that fails, take some C, take some vitamin C. Get some vitamin C in your life. All of that will help to feed that chakra. The next one up is the heart, and that sits like right here, and it can be green or pink. In the traditional rainbow, it's green, but in some traditions, it's pink. And this is the love chakra, of course, and it's not, woohoo, love. I mean, it's love, it's compassion, it's emotions. And this is the right to love and to be loved. So you want to keep this one healthy. Many people feel that this should be the central chakra, that all things should flow through love, and there's nothing wrong with that either. The next one up is the throat, and that one sits about right here, and that can be turquoise or blue. The throat chakra is the right to hear and to be heard, to be understood. And this is your communications one. This is how well do you speak, how well do you understand what others are saying. The next one up then is the third eye. This can be an indigo or a purple. And the third eye's right is the right to understand. And this is understand the things around you. So this is you being able to see into what's going on. The top chakra sits about this high. It's a couple of inches right above the head. And that's known as the crown chakra, and that can be like a violet or a white, depending on your system. And the crown chakra's right is the right to have connection to higher power and connection to universe. So that's the basics on chakras. That's kind of how they function. When I do this class, what I do is I talk about how to access them, what to do with them, what to do when they're too big, what to do when they're too small, how to make them healthier. Okay? So that's kind of my little chakras 101. And okay, let's see, I'm up to 30 hours on my community service for the year, 30 hours. And then this week's charity is called Mew Haven. Again, I'm taking recommendations from my friend Heidi. So these are going to be animal-based for another week after this. And Mew Haven is also out of Wisconsin. It's out of Spring Green. And this is a fostering association that what they say is they are an all-volunteer nonprofit cat rescue organization dedicated to the rescue, foster care, and rehoming of homeless, injured, or neglected cats. So these guys, they will take donations, and they'll take donations of items as well. They also have a few links on here for some other pet adoption sites and places where you can get low-cost spay and neuter, which is very important. You know, I know Bob Barker had his rip about it on, what was that? Not Wheel. What did he have? Price is Right. That's right. But it's very important. You have no idea how many kittens one unspayed female cat can create over her lifetime. And I don't remember what the exact number is, but I think it's something in the thousands over her lifetime. She can be responsible for that many kittens. That includes her kittens, the kittens her kittens have, if we're assuming that they are also unspayed. We don't need that. First of all, we don't need that many cats, but secondly, it's not healthy for cats to just go around kicking out babies all the time uncontrolled like that. It's not healthy for their bodies. It tears their bodies up. Just like it would with us. It's not a great thing for them. And there are so many cats and kittens out there that need to be adopted that putting more into this world needlessly is just a shame. So, you know, check out Mew Haven. I'll put their link down below and their mission statement as always. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this video and call it a day. So I hope you guys have a really great weekend. The weather is just gorgeous here. It actually feels like spring. I think we're going to be in the high 60s, low 70s today. So yeah. And it's morning crazies apparently. We've got to get our run in. Cats are weird. So I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you next week.